talk about one of, if not the worst periods in Earth's entire history, the Permian Extinction, also known as the Great Dying. The Permian period was a time from 299 to 251 million years ago. It was home to a number of interesting prehistoric animals like dimetrodons and trilobites and gorgonopsids, ammonites, and many others. However, like all good things, it must come to an end, and what an end it came to with the mass extinction event known as the Great Dying, where pretty much everything, if you could believe it, died. Now, there's a bit of debate on how long the actual Permian extinction event lasted. There's estimates anywhere between 10,000 years to 15 million years long extinction events. And this debate depends on what people qualify the start and the end events of this extinction event, whether it started here with this event and it ended here with this event, or this one or this one or this one. It's up for debate. Different people have different opinions on it. This is the main source that I'm going off of, so I'm gonna go with the extinction event that this book said was approximately the start, and that is a plume of magma melting through the Earth's surface and erupting in what is now China. So with that potentially first event of the magma plume exploding up, it caused a lot of very bad effects, including destroying the surrounding area with magma and causing the whole area to turn from a cool, lush rainforest with a lot of plant and animal life to basically barren lava and lava rock. It also had the effect of releasing a shit ton of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, vastly increasing the greenhouse effect. It also caused acid rain and acidified the oceans, which sea life is very, very susceptible to any changes in pH, so causing the oceans to acidify a lot was very bad for most sea life, and it absolutely decimated much of the ozone layer, causing UV radiation to come in and kill everything else around there too. However, that was likely just the start, because a few million years later, it happened again. Another massive magma plume came up out of the earth, except this one was a whole lot bigger. This one happened around Siberia, and it was pretty much the same thing to a much, much larger scale. The area covered was much larger, covered by magma and lava rock and all of that, and the gases and acids and everything released were way more. Carbon dioxide was released again, causing the greenhouse effect. Corals were bleached and the entire ocean ecosystem collapsed, and acids like sulfur dioxide were released into the atmosphere, causing even more acid rain and further acidifying the oceans, and burning and drenching the plant life in toxic acid rain. The greenhouse effect caused the temperatures to raise drastically, scorching parts of the Earth, and at this point, Pangaea was the main supercontinent, so parts of it were absolutely uninhabitable, like worse than Death Valley uninhabitable. Volcanoes also produce a whole lot of ash and particulates and other stuff that formed these massive clouds that blocked the sunlight from a lot of Earth's surface, causing a lot of the plant lives to die out, and a massive decrease in temperature. So some areas of the world, like on Pangaea, were stupidly scorching hot, and some were so cold that it caused like hypothermia and all of the plants to die. With the acid rain, the lack of sunlight, and the extreme temperatures, all of the plants and algae died out and thus could not take care of the massive amounts of CO2, so it was just this whole nasty feedback loop of everything dying for a really long time. There was pretty much no new oxygen being produced by new plants or algae or everything because they were all dead. That combined with carcass-eating bacteria using the rest of the oxygen for aerobic respiration to try to decompose everything that was dying everywhere there was no new oxygen being made, and the atmosphere was pretty much unbreathable. And on top of that, the volcanoes and the magma plumes were still going, ever releasing gases and acids and massive clouds into the atmosphere that just always constantly made everything worse. Eventually, the end Permian extinction did come to somewhat of an end with kind of catastrophic, apocalyptic results. Most animals and plants and fungi and everything at this point were extinct on Earth. The trilobites, which have been around for so long, did not survive the Permian. Fossil record shows that sea urchins very, very, very nearly went extinct, and only like 1 or 2 species survived and repopulated these sea urchins into what we have now today. Many shellfish species went extinct, like many bivalves, and also the blastoids, which is an entire group that went extinct. They were no longer around. Most amphibians went just back into the water. The majority of coral reefs were all gone. Most of the plant life was dead on the surface and in the water, leaving pretty much just these massive, gross algae mats that somehow thrived in that time period. However, like always, life finds a way, and the absolute hell on Earth that was the end Permian extinction gave rise to the Triassic period, and with that, the dawn of the dinosaurs, because this is when our friends the dinosaurs first made their appearance and reigned on Earth for many millions of years.